Welcome back. Sometimes what you see is not the entire picture. That was the case for Elizabeth Vargas, one of America's top journalists. She's been very outspoken about her own issues with mental health. I sat down with her last night before she gave a talk at the Rancho Mirage Speaker Series. So you've been very open about your life, and on the outward appearance, everything is charmed and everything is wonderful, but nobody goes unscathed.
No, and I think that, you know, that somebody always told me, don't judge another person's insides by their outsides. And the honest to goodness truth is there are lots and lots of people who look like everything is charmed and everything's okay, and people are struggling. Mental health issues in this country are huge, hugely impactful and difficult for people who suffer from them. I mean, my gosh, we just had the tragic suicides of the two teenagers who survived the assault weapons attack down at Parkland High School, and we just had the father of a child commit suicide. I mean, mental health issues are really important in this issue in this country, and we don't talk about these issues. We just don't.
But it took you to get to a certain point that you wanted to talk about what was happening in your life.
Yeah, I would say it wasn't something that I said, I'm going to talk about this. I mean, I was outed when I was in rehab. Somebody called the press and told them what was happening, and it was devastating to be going through such a difficult thing and to have it be leaked to the public that way. And I had to call my kids, you know, and let them know it would be in all the newspapers, and it was really hard. But, you know, one of the reasons why I didn't seek help sooner is because of the enormous stigma around anxiety and alcoholism. And I thought, you know, maybe I should just play this one the way it lays. It's been made public already. Everybody knows my deepest, darkest secret. Maybe if I talk about it, I can help somebody else who doesn't feel like they can reach out to somebody in their lives and admit that they have a problem.
And so in the end, did it help you?
Oh, what helps me every day when I hear, and I literally hear every day since that book came out several years ago. I get a letter, or somebody reaches out to me on social media, or is flying down here yesterday, stops me on the airplane or in the airport or at the gym and says that I've helped change their life or help them get help. And that is a huge gift. I never dreamed that would be the gift, but it's an enormous gift.
What do you want people tonight to walk away with?
That mental health and addiction are enormous issues in this country. Addiction is a public health crisis. It's a public health emergency. We've had two administrations, but under President Trump and President Obama, who have not done nearly enough, and we need to do more. We have to talk more. We have to stop judging people. We have to reach out when we're feeling anxious or depressed or suffering from stress or PTSD, and there are a lot of people who suffer in silence in this country, and it leads people to do dangerous things to try and alleviate that suffering.
You've been in news forever.
I have.
And that's a good thing. What is it that still drives you?
Oh, I love it. I've loved doing what I do as a journalist, you know, through those years when I starved my way through local news, literally. Could barely afford to pay my rent and to buy gas for my car, much less eat dinner. It was very, very tough for those first, I would say 10 to 12 years, even through NBC, which hired me out of local news and paid me very little because I was so young. It never occurred to me to do anything else because I love what I do that much. I love telling stories, and I'm profoundly honored that I still get the chance to do so.
Yeah.
Wow, what an inspiration.
She really is. Very open and very honest, and now she is doing stories for A&E Investigates.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
I wish I got to hear her speak at the speaker series.
Yeah, well, they're going to have a whole different lineup next year. We'll be following that as well.
All right, and Jerry Steffen will have your forecast when we return.